yeah, anyway, yeah, you take a giant bite out of this snail, and it tastes fucking disgusting.
But is it edible?
Well, a large part of something being considered edible is how it tastes. So I'd say probably not. You're more likely to empty the You're more likely to empty the contents of your stomach if you force this down your throat than you are to actually gain any benefit of nutrition from it.
Alright, so we'll keep this in case Samson drinks too much.
I was thinking offer it to the fisherman. There might be something in the water that likes to eat it.
Yeah.
It could be bait.
Nothing better than poisonous bait.
Well, it's the creature. The meat doesn't sound like it's toxic. Wow. Yeah, Hella will start cutting it into little bits.
Well, the fun part is that meat actually is toxic, but you already drank the antitoxin, so telling you that something was poisonous when you already have an antitoxin is kind of, you know.
The fisher would know. Problem solved.
I try my best not to give you useless information. But apparently that was something you wanted to know.
Nim asked if she can keep the shell.
I realize why I was confused is because that the honey is good against fever and malaria.
Yeah. It's good against being sick. It's not great against being, you know, not sick.
Made sick.
Nim asked if she can keep the shell.
Sure.
Yay!
And once Yella finishes scraping all the bits out, she'll give Nim the shell.
And
You may want to wash it some.
Nim uses prestidigitation.
I thought
As
you
a
just used a
change.
decanter.
You use...
What?
Un momento.
Uno.
So, just give me a second. How do you think that you're just going to clean the entire inside of the shell of all the organs and the flesh by using something that's...
Yala took that out. This is cleaning the excess. Like, the leftover bits.
So, the algae and the gunk. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, Kiala said after she took... Well, Jade said after Kiala took out all the parts, she gives it to Nim, and said you might want to finish cleaning it out.
The fleshy bit.
Oh, that part I didn't hear. That would explain.
Little goops.
Yeah.
I legit thought you were gonna be like, oh yeah, give it to me. I'm gonna prestidigitize this creature out of part of its body. It's like...
That's not how that works.
I mean, it could be if you're angry enough.
Yes, that is in fact why I was just like, hold on, give me a second, because I'm just trying to wrap my head around the logic I thought you had. Because under that precedent, it's like, we just killed this person. I'm going to separate his organs from his bones with prestidigitation.
I want to clean the meat off his bones.
Like, yeah, really? I was like,
no, we just need a handy haversack. That would do it.
A handy what?
Handy haversack. It's like a bag of holding, except you have to request what you want. But technically, depending on some things, you could maybe ask for just the bones in the body.
You know what? That sack doesn't exist, because I don't want you asking for it, because it's just going to cause me trouble with all the shit you will find how to bend the words of that. I love you, Shay, but I love my own sanity more.
Bag of holding is better.
Yeah, good. Be happy. You have those. Obtained conch shell. Huzzah.
Is it magic?
No.
bad thing.
I feel like I need a shot of shoe polish, but
You'll be fine.
I have to save that for the campaign that'll never start.
So
What
This is
now?
The campaign that never ever starts.
Kel's gonna look up towards the dock, see if the fisherman is there, so she can just offer him this gook and not have to haul it around anywhere.
Fisherman's there.
Nim's never met the fisherman. Probably for good reason.
She's just gonna be like, "Can you help me carry some of this?"
Nim or Samson?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Samson will help Yala carry stuff.
Samson
Yala-
helps Yala carry stuff.
If
Does
Yala
Nim, or
looks
does she
like
just go, ugh?
No, if Yala looks like she still needs help, we'll help.
Nim's too distracted by her shiny new shell.
She's wearing it on her head as a hat.
No, Nim's thinking about putting flowers in it.
Yeah, it's just stuff Yala's dope flowers in there so she could just huff them out of the shell.
What is this,
Alright.
conch her new bong?
That's what
We
it
could
sounds
grow
like.
them in the conch!
Yeah, a little bit of water, put the flowers
Soil.
in there, put a little
Cash
fire
produce
on the
fire.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sea reefer.
Well, Kela's drug problem aside,
Mhm.
she'll go up and approach the fisher.
Nim follows.
You successfully approach Fisher the Fisher.
She's like, "Pardon me."
Howdy.
Hello.
She's just like, "We encountered a
Thing.
snail of some kind. It's not quite edible for us, but I thought could perhaps be bait." And she shows him what she's talking about.
The cooked snail meat.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks, you already cooked it. Well, then he just reaches in, takes some of the snail meat, and pops it in his mouth.
Yeah, that's about
Weird.
what I expected.
That makes for a good snack.
Well, it's all yours.
Thank you kindly. Then he'll take the snail gunk from you.
Cool. And then we go back.
Back
Yeah.
they go.
Back to our things that we left onto shore.
Who was that weird old man?
That's the local fisherman.
Are all fishermen like that?
I hope not.
Like what?
That.
Killa tilts her head.
We have fishers in my village. That's a little offensive.
Are they crazy?
Mm. I mean, I guess it depends on your definition of crazy.
You know, I guess it would.
I'm gonna show you crazy.
Pulls out a gun.
Loco, maniac.
Yeah. Pulls out her bow and arrow.
Pulls out a thing.
So what will we do now?
Samson pulling a string out of the conch shell. Nothing.
Seems like a good time to take a break from the swimming.
I can look at the things I found. Oh, here you go, Samson, and then Nim hands you the pristine ammo shells.
Wet,
Oh,
tarnished, but
thank you.
definitely functional.
So they were pristine when you found them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just had to break a pane of glass and let the ocean in.
Yay.
let's- So, Nim gonna identify some of these things. And Nim is gonna identify the 2 shiny things. I just don't want to cast a spell like 3 times in a row, but Nim does it.
There's only one problem. Everything you've ever picked up has been described as a shiny,
No,
so I have no
The
idea what the
first
fuck
thing
you're
you
talking about.
no, I'm talking about the things we just found. You only said 2 shinies. That's it. I really don't know what they are.
Oh, those things.
The metal
Yeah.
gadgets?
No, not the metal gadgets. Just the first thing I found in this session was 2 shinies.
Yeah, because it didn't look like she rolled investigation because she was just throwing equations at me and I didn't really understand what the hell it was. So you cast it twice, right?
Yeah. For the first one, it's fine. The second one, I Wild Surge. I will find out what the first one is, and then I'll let you know.
Another metal ingot, and let's see what the other thing is. Another metal ingot. Oh god, what the hell is roll 83?
Each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage. I regain the hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt.
Alright, Yellow Simpson, roll 1d10! Or is it Nim rolling 1d10 to see how much necrotic damage she does?
Yeah.
I think it's Nim rolling. Yep.
Alright, only
Alright,
5.
roll 2. You want her. Do we want her to roll 2 separate d10s, or?
Yeah, roll 2 and then Hyala can take the higher one.
Alright.
Whoops.
Well, Hyala takes 6 damage, Samson takes 5 damage of necrotic damage.
Nim regains 11 hit points, but is at max health, so nothing happens.
What just happened?
You just see her begin to surge, and then you feel like a wave of death just washed over you.
Oh my god, are you guys
gosh.
okay?
Hyala looks around.
Ah!
Hyala looks around to try and figure out what, like, if there's something causing it.
Oh,
I think that was me, I'm sorry.
oh, man, what the hell was that?
I don't really know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Wild magic is weird, I'm sorry.
Oh, ah, ah, ah!
What, are you okay?
I went to go click down the thing 5 times, and I accidentally hit right click as soon as I left click, and now it's just counting down, and it's currently in the negative 300s.
Hold on.
Your health
I don't
is
want to
just-
stop it.
So...
Your health is just negative 300?
Well,
okay
now it's
there?
500, 550, 600,
Man, stop trying to kill Samson.
650.
I'm not trying to!
Samson,
700.
what are you doing? I told you you're not allowed to
750.
die!
All right,
800,
let's continue this
850.
game.
900,
Just
Nim
reset your health.
uses-
950,
Bop you on the head.
992. Yay!
Stop dying.
Nim
Baka.
is going to
Regain
identify
health.
the two metal gadgets.
Alright, identify.
Ah!
Good. I'm good.
We're good! We're good! And that brings you back up to 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, both metal gadgets are more golem core makers. Those thingies. Basically, they look like they could be more spare parts. Congratulations! You know what?
What do I know?
They are the same gadget that you had
Crystal
Zanzibar.
Workshop tool.
Yes.
Are these like functional or non-functional?
They can serve as additional scrap parts.
Alright, put them with the other tools. Parts, I mean. Three. Whoopee. Anyway. Can I cast that one more time without a spell slot? Alright, I can cast it one more time without a spell slot, so I will also take a gander at the... Sorry, I'm like looking at the list. Scrap metal, in case that's something new.
I mean, it's literally just like metal chunk from a wreckage.
Oh, never mind, I don't need to identify that.
Yeah, that's
Do you remember off the top of your head if I identified the last bit of stuff?
what constitutes the last bit of stuff.
Like the metal doodad, the sea glass, the rocks.
Oh, the rocks are rocks, sea glass is sea glass. I don't know what a doodad is.
Diggity doo that dude.
Let me check my notes. You guys start talking.
Talking?
Yeah. About things, stuff. Are you guys okay? Nim did ask you.
We're fine now.
Don't ever let it happen again.
I can't promise that.
And then Nim wild surges again. And does the same thing.
Yeah, whatever you figure out what you're identifying, you gotta roll again for the Surge Nation.
Even though I'm not using a spell slot?
Are you not using a spell slot?
No.
Well, then how are you casting Identify?
Because I have a feat. I just forget it exists all the time. Fey Touched. It lets me, one of the chosen spells, I can either do Misty Step or Identify without a spell slot once a day.
But that'd still be casting a spell. You're just not doing it with the mechanical cost.
Well, yeah, that's sort of the thing. Is when you cast a sorcerer spell, you wild search.
Oh, I was just checking because I didn't know if it was spell slot specific. I just didn't know. I'll do it.
Yeah, so it would still count as a wild surge, right, Ed?
No, like I just said, you're not casting a sorcerer spell, so you don't wild search. Or you don't roll to wild search.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand the logic behind it by itself, because it's a chosen spell.
Well, yes, but it's her sorcerer, it's her wild magic that allows her to do the magic, but also, like, surge because it's wild magic. This is the same spell, but from a different thing, so it doesn't have the same thing attached to it.
Oh, because Fey Touch is like a racial bonus.
It's a feat, so
Or
it's the
racial
same
feat.
way she... Yeah, well, the feat.
Okay.
It's the same way, like, her mind nonsense wouldn't cause her to wild surge, even though it's technically a spell.
Fair enough.
Okay, I did not identify the metal doodad, so if you don't remember, we cannot.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I
Not
just
even
found
an
a
inkling.
doodad. Well, now that that's been addressed, I don't have to use it then, because everything else, I know what it is.
So,
Alright. So, Nim's gonna cast Burning Hands.
At us?
No, not at you guys.
I'm sorry, but I was told to do this!
You know, we're still having to do wild surges again. Yeah, so Nim will cast Burning Hands. Hams, I mean. You know.
Burning hands.
I have 2 of the piggies. And then I'm gonna Arcana check. I have deepened the bond with these guys already.
Yeah, so... is there any particular quality you want to assess of them?
Are there any qualities you have to suggest?
Well, the general knowledge you have is that they're made of fire, they're intangible, they have no consciousness.
And if you throw them in water, they go.
Yeah.
But they don't
If
oink.
you bury them underground, they make little pitfalls.
Yeah, because they basically explode. And you create a negative space because there's nothing, they don't leave anything behind. And sand is not notorious, or not well known for being able to resist negative spaces.
Nim will do elemental reactions or magically, I guess. I don't know. Can I fuse this with other elements? How? I don't know.
Yeah, that would probably be a question for Zanzibar. You could
Yeah.
try pouring water on them.
Who knows what happens when they touch water?
Wondering if Wellman's doing this, Chella should offer to spar again.
Do it.
Is that the same thing?
Huh? Yeah, so Chella, while Nim is doing her magic stuff, she'll just like pull out her rapier and kind of like wave it around by his face, like not intimidatingly, but just like circling his head in the air.
Bite me.
It's just like,
You
wanted practice against this as well, didn't you?
Ah, yes. I don't have much confidence if I'm still gonna be using a sword, but I guess that's what makes it practice. Samson will run over and go get his short sword and dagger.
They're gonna cut each other up.
Alright, can Nim try to change the element herself? See how that goes?
Move away from
Yeah.
Nim.
Yeah,
Sure.
Nim says, please back away. I'm dealing with explosives.
The one statement you want to hear come out of Nim's mouth.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with explosives.
Yeah.
Second only to, hey guys, I just wild searched.
No, that's even more terrifying, because if Nim says that, like, she has to tell you, then that means that it's not readily apparent she wild searched.
Yeah, just wait till Nim gets cursed. You'll find out.
If you know somebody can explode at will, and they tell you, hey, I just did the thing that has the potential to explode me at will, and nothing looks out of place, that is so much more terrifying.
Quick, someone go check on the nearest star.
Checks mirror. Still good.
Hey guys, I think I'm about to wild surge. Everything in the world goes dark. Oops.
I'll go to the breaker. Samson
Turns
just
it
goes
off
down
and
a
on again.
Samson just goes up a really long flight of stairs.
No, he just starts walking into the ground.
Don't go into the light.
What light?
What light?
Exactly.
It's dark.
Yeah, but does it work? Does Nim change the element?
Well, you tell me how you think this should work. What's your thought process?
Nim knows how to
Change
cast
Piggy.
ice magic, so she thinks ice magic thoughts while concentrating on the pigs.
Ice, baby. Ice, piggy.
Ice,
Ice,
piggy.
piggy.
You think ice magic thoughts on the pig.
Yeah. Really hard.
Nim's just like, what's cooler than being cool?
Being
Ice
ice
cold.
cold.
Pigs a bit.
Nothing appears to happen.
Not even a color change?
Nope.
Nim takes notes. Alright.
Alright, and I guess while you're doing that, we'll roll initiative.
Yeah.
Roll for initiative!
Boop. Fuck! Needless to say, I do not go first.
Samson has a slow start. I forgot to have
It's actually funny because I was thinking of having her just tell you to go first. She tells you to go first and you just stand there.
Damn, it didn't have Tiela's initiative in the turn order.
Oh, I didn't know we were actively selecting. Because there's two of us.
Might as well make it feel real, right?
Sure.
Not that
Hey,
it matters. He got a 1.
Yeah. I mean, she could have gotten a 1.
She could have, but she didn't.
Well, by virtue, she'd still be using the number she got first, because...
Should I just roll until I get a 1?
This is what happens because I rolled all those 20s on Saturday.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Tragic.
Yeah, I guess she'll go for it then.
I'll be here. I'm just gonna be. I gotta go run out.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
So, how long are you guys going? You gonna try and reduce each other to 0? Some kind of...
Oh, I think we're just doing the same thing where at some point one of us will be like, okay, this is kind of a weirdly low number to be at for friendly fire.
I mean, I did for half.
That's fair. We can do that.
Fair enough. 18,
I mean, you have way more health than I do, so...
Yeah, I mean, she's also lost, like, some 11.
Yeah.
yeah.
Between
Samson's got advantage.
him.
Let's see if this can help him.
Damn, I shouldn't have unpoisoned you. I would have won.
Alright.
I'm kidding.
Alright,
Well,
It would be funny if he said that, though.
well,
You take
Oh.
8 damage.
I did take 8 damage.
Alright, I have another attack. Haha.
That still hits.
19 damage total. Does Hyala end her turn?
Yep. Oh, I guess technically we should be there.
You just hit the air. Ooh.
Ha! Take that, air. 19 damage.
The atmosphere, having only a limited amount of hit points due to the ozone layer, now is destroyed. Everyone stops breathing.
That
Nice
hits.
but long. Does that hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, it. Yeah. That also hits. Man.
Alright, I did as much in both 2 attacks as you did in 1.
Yeah, I mean, you're hitting more, though.
Back to Hyala. Right? Yes?
Yeah.
Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
11 damage.
You doing okay?
Haha. Samson is definitely getting his ass kicked, but he's actually hit both things this time.
So go again?
Yeah.
You're not dying yet.
That
Yep.
hits. Another 9. Samson's turn, right?
Yep.
Go, Samson.
15
Critical.
hit.
Nope.
Alright.
Oof. Or wait, I thought we were giving Samson advantage, because a 17 would hit. Or
Are
was
we
that a
giving
joke?
Samson advantage?
I don't remember saying that.
Okay. It was said, I just didn't know.
No, he was
Yep.
joking about unpoisoning you.
Oh, yeah.
It's Hyala turn again, right?
Yeah, before she starts, she's gonna be like, do you want to change weapon?
Listen, I gotta practice with these things, and if it ever comes down to it.
Fair enough.
And I knock it out of her hand. I can't do that.
We don't want to go with that?
I don't have a... That's not something you do in this game.
Curses. Guess you just swing again.
Oof. What the?
26, 26, 26, 26,
Oh,
26.
by the way, when we're done with this, you have to count up how many high rolls she does.
Okay.
What?
Because you know why.
I know. I have been doing it.
Yeah,
Why? Wait, what?
don't worry about it.
I am.
So we're only counting the final result or all of it?
You gotta do 1 for every single high roll, and I guess if she gets identical high numbers, you could decide to do a quick double.
What's happening?
Don't worry about it.
I think you keep talking about it.
Well, continue to not worry about it. So another 8 damage.
Alright. You know what? That did give me an idea, though.
Yes?
Yes.
Well, not... It needs to be my turn.
Oh,
It is.
End your turn, silly. Alright, Samson will attempt to, with the short sword, try to disarm Hyala.
oh!
Take it that works. And it
So-
goes flying way off.
So I
It
knock
flies
it out.
off and hits him.
No, I knock it into the air upwards, sheath my short sword, and then catch it.
Alright.
So I was gonna say, does it hit one of Nim's pigs?
Not bad. And she draws her short sword.
God damn it.
On guard.
Touche.
What?
That's
What
they
did you
say,
just
right?
call me?
Touche.
Ain't nobody's touche.
I don't know. You were talking about all those booty calls earlier.
I ain't no
Hey.
touche.
Don't judge me.
Ain't nothing to be judged, just admired and appreciated.
And judged.
He'll judge, I won't. Does that roll damage or no?
No. It was just me knocking it out of her hand.
Alright, so you got another attack, right?
Yes,
You can attack with the rapier.
I can.
You can't do two-handed with it though.
Nope.
So.
Well, it's a
yeah.
rapier. In what universe do you two-hand a one-handed sword?
All right.
Well, no, you're still. It has to be a. It's not the type that you can do it with.
What if you
Is
have
there
really small
even a
hands and
two-handed
they would actually
rapier?
fit?
No,
there's
Yes,
two
they're
handed
called a
every-
lance.
I get it. Yeah, that's fair.
But you don't
Right,
even two-hand the
not-
lance!
Well, yeah, in this game you have to.
What?
Yeah.
How the fuck would you even hold it?
Careful.
Sort of to your side. The only way you can one-hand a lance is if you're on a mount.
This game...
Which I guess is because, like, you don't have to worry about anything but your balance.
As much as I like D&D, they did not know what they were doing when they were putting weapons in this game. They have no idea how half these melee weapons actually function. It's
They
both
will-
hilarious and depressing.
They function like a mechanic, because that's why each one of them is literally just you roll this type of dice.
Yeah.
And it has this many properties.
Well, yeah, you say that, but they add
Yes.
all these weapons with none of the actual physics that half of these weapons should have.
Yes, because they are just a mechanic. It literally, like, as far as the game is concerned, it doesn't matter if it's a scimitar or, like, a giant butter knife.
But
They are a mechanic. It does
Yeah.
this dice with this damage. And it maybe has this property.
Reality plays no.
Yes, the 5th edition is incredibly gamified.
I mean, that's all well and good, but it doesn't make the fact of it any better.
I mean, it doesn't make it any better, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I don't get what point you're trying to make, so we're just gonna skip over that, because I don't want to be on this anymore. 3 damage.
It doesn't hit.
No. 3 damage to the air.
Oh yeah, it doesn't hit. Look at that.
He'll just like. She's just verbally gonna give him like pointers on the balance of a rapier.
Pointers. Alright. Ha!
Huh?
Hey,
And
you guys
that is Samson's last hit points.
Is he
You have
at,
officially knocked him on his ass.
like 0 hit points or like
0.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We were supposed to stop at half. Kill is like.
So now,
Ah!
so now that that's happening, and now that you have to tally up all the high rolls she did for the thing, don't worry about it, Jade.
Well, are we counting only like? Are we only counting the ones that passed, or are we counting like both?
Well, pretty much any high roll that she got that passes would be a high roll. So yeah, pretty much everything that passed, because they're high numbers. See what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I'm just asking is like, oh, but like, if the first number that the actual check took is low, do we still count it? Even if the second one's high.
Because of your AC, anything that does pass, you're counting all the numbers that matter. And I said if she got identical high numbers, you know, if you want to double for that, you know, cha-ching.
All right.
I also have another question now that this is over. You were using swords and slashes, so how bloody is Samson? How much of Samson's own blood is on him?
Not much. We were like holding back.
Yeah, no, we were.
It's all non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
We're holding back. He's just at 0 hit points.
Yeah, so he's just knocked on his ass.
But yeah, no, she's like, Merrymaker?
He's just zonked out.
She like gets on her knees next to him and like shakes him a bit.
Force feed of a potion.
All of the high numbers Yala rolled.
Whoa.
Wow. That sounded so annoying. Like, wow.
See, like, I wish I could even say me having armor would make a difference, but it wouldn't.
You get better armor.
I can't use better armor.
Well,
Yeah, light armor caps real fast.
get good.
Light armor's like, hey, here's 2 plus your dex modifier. Okay,
Yeah,
what
that's
about
it.
without the armor? Oh, it's just your dex modifier.
Don't worry, we'll just wrap you up in full plate armor and we'll just roll you everywhere. You don't need to move, you just need to shoot.
I am constantly at advantage, for I do not move myself. Just put me in an oil drum and that'll do the trick.
I'll be right back again.
Yeah, so even when he goes to disarm you, his breathing's very like heavy and ragged.
Oh my gosh!
You should have said that sooner.
Nope. They don't want to.
Oh.
Yellow would have noticed that though.
Yeah, she's just gonna freak out now.
But you weren't supposed to be the one good at hiding things.
Kel is internally freaking out now.
Yep, Samson's passed out, little cuts and bruises all over him. Yala beat the shit out of him unintentionally.
She's gonna.
He's still holding your rapier too.
She's not paying attention to that. She's gonna start treating your injuries, I guess.
Oh my god, I can't lose another one. Not like this. Not like this.
Not by my own hands.
No.
Well, no, she knows he's not like dead, but it's still like not a good feeling.
What Nim doing with the things?
What the Nim do?
Alright, so since fire didn't work, Nim's gonna try to imbue it with thunder this time. Lightning.
Just
Never.
gonna think lightning thoughts at it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Danger! High voltage!
Bzzz.
High voltage. It feels like they're getting hotter, but that's about it.
Alright. So Nim's like, maybe I need to think these thoughts at the start, and she's gonna yeet these into the ocean.
You electrify everything in the ocean.
Did they have any special effects?
No.
Okay, just checking. Alright, and we're gonna cast Burning Hams again.
Again.
Roll for wild search and piggy number.
Alright, this time,
Max piggies.
Nim thinks electric thoughts as she's summoning. She's imbued things with magic before. Thinking imbuing thought. Does it work?
We're about to find out. As all three pigs come into existence, they instantaneously explode.
Good thing Nim does not summon these clothes. Alright. Well, dang. Alright.
You just mechanically do the thing that you're trying to do.
Yes and no.
I barely heard what Eddie said, but I know it was something funny.
Okay, we'll go again, one more time.
Just use a sorcery point.
Well, I could, but let's not right now. Alright, I have the two pigs.
You make
Nim
two
will
pigs.
only try the imbuing thoughts on one pig this time. You know, as a control. Like a proper scientist, kind of.
Roll for wild search.
Yeah, I'm doing that now when I find my mouse.
Apologies.
I'm still good.
Wow.
Still safe.
Yeah.
The funny part is that there is theoretically a universe where even a nat 20 couldn't save Nim from a wild search.
I did see someone's homebrew for wild surging, and it was good for like intermediary amounts of surge.
Ooh.
The pig you imbue thoughts of Zappy Zaps on instantly explodes.
Mm. Electrically or just fire?
Fire go boom.
Nim takes these notes down and eats the other pig. And she'll go over to Samson and Yella. Oh my god, what happened?
Oh my god, Yellow, what did you do? I see her. Yellow,
Time for weekend at Samson's.
Nim's just like, what happened?
Shell's just like frantically treating him, and she's just like, well, the spar didn't really go well.
Should we feed him a potion?
I don't think he can swallow, he's unconscious. And she just kind of like lifts his hand in the air and drops it.
Oh, you gotta just rub his throat while it's going into his mouth. You know, like pilling a dog.
Oh.
Nim's not an expert on this, so Nim will trust Yella's advice.
I mean, is that actually something that we can do?
I thought we could force feed potions.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can force feed a potion. You could force feed a lot of things to somebody who's unconscious. You just have to rub the throat muscles to get them to swallow.
If you just give him a good berry, he'll be fine.
Yeah, but again, like, can't actually swallow. That, cause she would have done that if I was aware. So she can do that now.
I just meant in terms of D&D.
But
I
yeah,
don't
no,
think they
she'll-
think that hard.
She'll good berry it up, I guess, and just kind of like crush one a bit before giving it to him.
Very
Shove it up his nose.
Can Goodberry be taken nasally?
I don't know why, but you said shove it up your nose. The first phrase that comes into my mind is Goodberry suppository.
Oh.
So yeah, she'll try that.
When you say that, do you mean
The good berry.
now?
Yes.
Those or other.
She, she administers the good berry as good berry is normally administered,
Through
aka
the
via
eyelids.
the mouth.
No, she didn't like take him, roll him over, and then just shove a fucking good berry up his ass. What is? Why? Why would you think that was?
She immediately said, "Oh, I'll try that." When that was the last thing that was suggested.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. For patients who can't swallow, that is how oral medications are administered.
Well, at that point, I don't think they're oral medications.
They're
Well, yeah, no, but
oral optional medication.
the point is that any medication that can be taken orally can be taken anally.
Nice.
Anyway, we're not going
Fun
into
fact.
that. Point is,
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's in
well,
his
you
mouth.
Yeah,
I
Shay,
thought
we
you
won't
just
go
said
into that.
bug facts, not fun facts. Like, nice. I love bug facts.
No.
Yeah, Shay, we won't go into that, but we'll certainly go into Samson stripping.
yeah,
God,
yeah,
there's been a lot
it's
of weird
important.
shit with Samson this session. Samson,
It's
strip,
important.
Goodberry, application questionable.
Hey, Samson, shake that merrymaker.
I'm unconscious.
You are not allowed
Well,
to
you're
say.
conscious now.
Yeah, you gain 1 hit point and come back to life. Thankfully, there wasn't a berry shoved up your ass to do it. That would. I couldn't even imagine waking up to what that would feel like.
But yeah, no, Kiala's just like
Oh, fuck.
looking concerned at him.
What happened? What happened? This is that Samson.
Yeah. Here's your rapier back.
She'll be like, and then take it carefully.
Phew.
God, Sober
You
Samson
okay?
is so self-destructive.
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, no, I guess I overdid it.
Shall we head back?
Yeah, just give me a moment.
And she'll like offer a hand.
Oh,
Carry
Thanks.
Samson.
Samson will get up with y'all's help and put back on the rest of his outfit.
Woohoo! Samson outfit.
But oh no, his hat mysteriously is missing its tassels.
Snip, snip, snip. And he'll just be like, "Can you walk alright?"
Yeah, I should be able to walk fine.
She'll nod. I'll try and make sure Zan doesn't whack you again.
Yeah, that might put me on my ass for good.
When did Zan try to whack him?
Hold
Have you
the time.
been here?
I meant recently.
It's more or less a constant thing when we're there.
Oh, that's rough.
It's certainly unfortunate.
Did you ever figure out those things you were thinking about, Samson?
Huh? Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
So what have you been thinking about?
Well... Yellow, Nim. I'm sorry.
About what?
About me? More or less, this whole time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've never been much to work with people, so every time I try to do something, the only thing I really factor in is whether I can do it and whether or not everyone else will get in my way or not. And every time anyone's ever tried to stop me from doing something stupid, and I always took it as a challenge because I thought that you thought that I couldn't. But I realize now that's just because you guys care about me. Well, frankly, I'm not used to that.
We never thought you couldn't. We just thought you shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, I figured that part out now, as late as it is. But I'll try not to be so stubbornly independent.
So you'll take your shirt off next time I ask? I'm kidding.
Is that actually said?
No, it is
actually
not.
say that, please.
I was gonna say, if you actually said that, Yellow just like trips.
You're carrying Sims.
And then I play
Oh,
one
she's
of the
not carrying Sims.
No,
and then I
meant,
play
like,
the anime tripping sound from the soundboard, and everybody laughs.
Ha ha ha.
I like that.
Yeah, you play the anime tripping sound and then you proceed to play the sitcom laughing sound.
Yes.
See, you could just be this entire campaign.
So what Nim
No, I
actually
can't do
says
that.
is... So does that mean you're gonna take your shirt off and explain the rest of your scars?
Is that
Name,
really
why
all you're
not?
taking away from this?
There are other things. This is just one.
Well, I just got my ass handed to me, and I already put all my shirts back on. So, ask again later?
You really want to
Okay.
give her that option?
It's too late.
Do you really think she'll take no for an answer?
One way or another, Samson, that shirt's coming off.
Yellow shrugs.
Huh. Phew.
I feel like I should start a dice collection.
Do it.
They're expensive.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, they are expensive. That's why I'm hesitating. So anyway, what happened now?
Nim says, I'm glad you're gonna be more careful from now on.
Yeah, well, I think I've made peace with everything.
Made peace?
It's not easy coming to terms with, you know, that the things you might think and act on might just straight up be wrong. Or might be hurting the people around you.
I see.
ponders that statement, wondering if anything she has done those things.
Let's all
comes up-
think about everything we've done wrong this entire time.
The funny thing is,
But-
Nim comes up with nothing.
But I can't really dwell on how dumb I was. I'll just try to do better next time, you know?
And we're here if you need help.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that. I'm hungry.
I can imagine.
Yeah, having only 1 hit point. Oh my god, Samson's an NPC now.
Kiel, look over toward the town. Are there like food places semi-close by? Like closer than the cottage? Or is the cottage the closest bet?
I mean, the tavern does exist.
Is
But
the
is it
tavern
closer
closer
than
than
the
the...
cottage?
Yeah.
No. Tavern and the communal kitchen are by the markets. You guys are on the beach by Zan's house. Unless you feel like breaking open into some crates and stealing some raw fish.
Yay. It's
How
not
would we do
stealing,
that? They'll just give it to them if we ask.
right? How could it be considered stealing?
Because you took it without permission.
I said they'll give it to us if we ask.
Yeah. So yes.
Yo, homie, I'm taking this crate. Peace.
Should we ask the weird fisherman for food?
I feel like we were already walking away from
Oh,
there.
I have no idea where we are.
Yeah,
in
I
terms of
assume we
that.
were just walking and talking.
Mm-hmm.
Then shouldn't we already almost be at Grand?
Probably.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I guess y'all will be like, do we want to see if there's food in there or head over somewhere else?
Honestly, the closer the better.
I guess we'll just be over here now.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeehaw.
So she'll poke her head in first to see if she can gauge whether Granny Zan is in a slappy mood.
When Zan's cooking at the stove and she kind of just looks up at you. Because you know the door goes...
Kiela bows her head and says, "What are you making?"
Still?
Smells good. She'll walk the rest of the way in.
Samson will follow.
She extends the spoon from the pot for you to taste it.
I honestly thought she extended it from the pot to the door. it's just Wukong's wooden spoon. Just
You really want her to have like a Wukong something.
It'd be hilarious. That's why I invented the thing longer.
The long thinger.
Oh no.
Marty,
Yeah.
do that. Don't do that.
I didn't do nothing.
You
Kella
know exactly what
Eats
to
the
do.
soup.
What the soup doing?
The soupin'.
Nice.
Is soup?
It's tasty.
Mm.
It's yum yum. Make
Kella
lip
will
snack.
grab them some bowls. Just kind of gesture for Nim and Samson to sit down.
Samson would have followed
Will
Kiela
do
in.
so.
Hi, Grandma.
That smells good.
Thank you. What the Nim doing?
Sitting at the table.
Damn.
What'd you expect him to do?
I don't know. Nim things. Like sitting at a table. What'd you think I thought? That she was gonna stand at the table?
Possibly.
Damn. So yeah, you guys sit down with your food?
Yeah.
Consume food spaghetti. No table conversation at all?
We're eating.
We've literally had like 3 table conversations, and we've been to a table once.
You know what? That's fair. But yeah, Zan's still stirring the food.
Grandma not like us anymore? Have we overstayed our welcome?
No, she wouldn't give you food if you overstayed your welcome.
Isn't that a Zanzibar thing anyway? To just sort of give people food if they need it?
That is true.
True.
But not if they don't like you.
Oh.
That's enough of that. But you know, she gets her own bowl and pulls up to the table and eats.
Mm. What type of stew is it, Granny?
Bits and bobs. Stuff I've had lying around. You know,
Bugs.
leftovers. Can't let it go to waste.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, it's good.
You know, she's eating her stew. And then you just see her stop for a second and she furrows her brow. And it's at that moment you just hear the snap. And Zanzibar just walks over to the stove and starts making himself a bowl. It's like a sixth sense at this point. Hello, Zan! Children!
I'm like 80% sure they're adults.
I hate soundboards so much!
Come on, that was pretty
That
good.
was great.
Oh, they get on my
You're literally
nerves.
You were literally telling me to count the amount of rolls.
Yes!
Like,
there's very
before.
few instances where I like soundboards.
They're good.
You also forget something. I run a Discord server with a bunch of angsty, well no, not angsty, but semi-irritating
Listen,
adolescents.
I understand you have your little cringe farm, but don't let that ruin it for people who are like good with it. Or me.
Yeah, the or you was the part I was referring to. Anyway. But yeah, no. Hi Zan, hi kids.
I'm like 80% sure they're adults.
I think everyone's a kid to him at this point.
Yeah. Kjell ignores him and keeps eating.
Hi, Zanzibar.
Well, nothing seems to have been blown up, so successful day so far.
Depends on who you ask.
Samson's half dead. By half dead, I mean significantly more than half dead.
I actually mean the fact that Nim didn't get the explosion she wanted.
So as he takes the bowl and turns away, he goes to take a seat, and he literally just limps across the entire, cabin.
Does he hit his head? Because that'd be funny.
Limps?
Oh yeah, no, he can't walk straight. He's walking like his other legs completely fucked up.
I heard leaps. My
You
bad.
good there, Zanzibar?
It'll heal eventually. And you just hear
What?
the cracking of his name.
No.
What happened? You jumped to space and land wrong?
No, fighting.
Oh. Hmm. That's
should be
weird.
more
I didn't hear the
careful
earth
next time.
shake.
That's because I wasn't here.
Oh, cool. What were you doing?
I took a trip to the geosphere. Yeah, most of my vertebrae are shattered, my knees completely destroyed, my ribs are broken, and at one point I was inside something, so that's fine.
That sounds uncomfortable at the very least.
Oh, it's terrible! But it's always good for a morning stretch.
I feel like you're lying.
I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. Remember, don't do things I don't enjoy or want.
Yeah, that's fair.
Zanzibar into pain confirmed.
Hey, by any chance, did you get a chance to check up on my mom?
A few days ago, yeah.
How's she doing? Everything
Awful!
good? What?
Oh,
Oh yeah, no. It was a good thing you told me. She's awful. Literally
Damn.
hanging on by a thread. As he just sits there. Zan's just literally like looking up from the table across from him like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, no. Kiala's,
Samson's literally like the kind of shock where his like spoon just drops into the bowl and he's like, huh?
yeah, Kiala's paying attention now. She's like giving him a look.
Well, you can do something about it, right?
She'll live.
Oh.
Mm.
Phew.
I mean, after all,
Yeah,
I
I
did
don't-
promise that she would see her natural life.
That you did.
now I really don't want to ask my really dumb question.
Yeah, but no, she is dying. As he gets up again and walks over to the stove to get more food. Literally, like, every step he takes with that other leg, you just hear, like, grinding of bone. Yeah.
Ew.
It's like a bubble wrap made out of glass.
Kiala's just gonna like dig her claws into the side of the table.
I can cast deafness on you.
What exactly is wrong with her? Like what's causing it?
Well, I'm not an almanac of disease. There's a lot of things that different creatures get infected with. Needless to say, it's probably some type of advanced disease that's eating her out from the inside. Looks like it's been doing it to her for years.
Yeah.
You know when you're at a friend's house and their parents are arguing, but it's like at the dinner table and you're staying
really
the night?
awkward. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just like trying to make yourself smaller and like slowly eat, hoping they don't notice or stop.
I mean,
Or
I
stop.
didn't have a chance to open her up or anything, so.
Yeah, that's Nim. Nim's like, please
Oh.
let this end.
I just figured you had an idea because how you cure it. But you know what? I'm gonna let you work the way you work.
Oh yeah, I already have it all planned out. Just gotta give it time. He
The
just
dumb
starts-
question
Huh?
I wanted to ask. The dumb question I wanted to ask is Samson's mom pretty?
Not while dying.
And now I just don't want to ask.
So is she pretty? Oh yeah, she looks pretty okay. I mean, aside from the part that she looks like a living rack, but yeah.
Don't talk about Samson's mom like that.
A solid 5 out of 10. Oh.
Jeez.
Well,
So,
I bet it's gonna be.
I apologize to Granny Zan for the edge of her table.
like, actually apologize?
What?
You
Oh
can
no.
fix it.
I, as Jade, apologize for what Yell is doing.
I can fix it.
Zan just, like, slightly looks over at Cal and then over at Zanzibar. And she just looks down at the floor by his feet. She's like, can you not dribble that on my floors? Huh? Ow! And there's just, like, a black puddle seeping out underneath his feet.
Ew.
Nim lifts up her feet. Not even gonna entertain it to look. It's just
Ew.
gross.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Part of the process. And he just lifts up his leg and the liquid, like, travels back up his foot. Then you just hear a loud crack and he starts jumping on the other leg. Ah, there we go! Ah, takes a while for these things to come back. So, what's new with everyone else's lives? Adventures?
Wishing I could unhear the last 5 minutes.
Nim actually says that.
Yes.
Hey, there's some days where I wish I could unhear most of what you're saying, but we don't always get what we are now, do we?
But I'm delightful.
Sure you are!
Thank you.
He just looks at Sans and is like, so what hit you like a truck?
He's
Oh,
just gonna.
yeah, that's right. Those don't exist. What hit you like a large rock? There we go. They should understand that.
He's just gonna like nod his head over to Yella.
Finally said something to make her emotional, huh? Well, good on ya. She could stand to feel a little bit more.
No, I said let's spar. I need practice using my sword.
Oh. Well. Good on ya. Sometimes he needs a solid conk over the head.
Don't say that now.
There's just like an incredibly quiet growl growing in Yella's throat.
Empowered by this change in conversation. Thankfully, Nim goes, hey Zanzibar,
Hey, Nim!
how do I change the element of the ham?
Ah, elemental combinations. Well, it's pretty simple if you know what you're doing, and nigh impossible if you don't. How you change the... How you change the elemental constitution of that particular conjuration is entirely dependent on how it's originally written. So, in short, you can't. You would have to change the method in which you cast the spell physically, which isn't entirely important. But when I was teaching you hydromancy, I did intend for you to learn how to combine water and fire together to create steam. It's a basic contraption, but I think you best wait until I'm actually instructing you. Because the
So
resulting
far.
explosion would probably be enough to leave you with third-degree burns or worse.
Alright, let's
That
go.
sounds painful.
Incredibly! And in case you don't understand medical terms, that means your flesh would be burnt off and your bones would be cooked. That goes a little beyond being able to just change a scar out, my little changeling dear.
Man, I can't make a pun about that. I wanted to say that's no skin off my bones, but that's all the skin off my bones.
Haha.
Sick
I like
burn.
skin on my bones.
And unlike me, you can't just wait a couple of minutes or decide to be angry enough to stop being hurt.
That'd be cool.
I mean, yes, but it's not exactly fun.
Oh yeah, getting angry is never fun.
So Nim will pull out the metal ingot. What kind of ingot is this?
And he kind of just stops eating for a second. He just pulls it out of your hand. This.
What did I?
What?
What did I say about no toys at the dinner table?
Look, Grandma!
Ah, yes, dredging up yet more things from the ocean. Ah, this is the perfect place for her to go dumpster diving, isn't it?
Do we know what a dumpster is?
Yes.
Just checking.
Good. Proud of you, Shay.
But does the dumpster know what we are?
I hope not.
Let's see.
Roll for dumpster lore.
No, it does not.
Dumpster sentience.
Well, fellas, we gotta prove ourselves to the dumpster.
Alright, let's go. This is the next arc.
This fine concoction is steel. You know what steel is.
Yeah.
I've stolen a few things.
You know, if I didn't know you got your rear end handed to you today, I would have clocked you upside the back of the head with this.
Or Granny might have.
But yeah, no, this is
Aw,
steel.
I appreciate it.
And he'll just set the ingot back down on the table and then flick Samson's ear.
Ow!
Actually, how heavy is this ingot? That's important.
It is not
Well, it's about
too
as much
heavy.
as a pound of feathers.
Yeah.
So it's a pound.
Alright, just checking.
No, it's heavier than that. You fool.
Okay. I didn't know ingots were heavier than feathers.
Well, steel's heavier than
Yeah.
feathers.
Ingot's not always, but steel definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
An ingot of feathers. Now that's one thing.
What?
Pure featheranium.
No! No!
What's so know about that?
I don't know anymore.
I just don't like the idea of an ingot of feathers.
Yeah.
Featheranium. It's light, it's fluffy, and it gets everywhere.
Wouldn't a pillow just be an ingot of feathers?
Yeah.
No,
If it's a
that's
feather pillow,
no, it's an alloy of feathers, because there's air in there too.
That's true. It is not 100% feather.
A pillow is an ingot alloy of feathers.
An ingot of feather alloy.
so Nim's gonna pull up the rocks, the 6 rocks she has, and be like, Zanzibar, do that flower thing with these.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely one of the weirdest requests I've gotten in the last couple thousand years. So sure, whatever.
Oh,
Whatever.
can you make other things? Like, other than flowers? Like, what can you make?
And he'll just set down the bowl and he'll pick up all the stones, heat them all up, and he'll just twist them and turn them into. Jade, name a shape.
Yeah. Oval.
Egg.
Egg.
He'll just create a spindle frame of an egg. You know, we'll spice it up, like a Fabergé egg. Of rock.
Nim claps.
Granny's just sitting there, clapping her hands together. What the Fiala doing?
Not much. At some point, she probably realized her claws were in the table and pulls them out.
What else the Nim got?
Honestly, the only other thing is like the sea glass. I don't know what use that be, and the metal doodad that you don't remember.
I just meant other questions in general, or things, stuff.
I feel like the thing Yella is thinking about is, man, we gotta figure out what actually hurt Zanzibar so we can get some of that.
Is Tiala
Probably
actually...
some sort of like alternate plane planet either.
Yeah, but she's still thinking about it.
Tiala's thinking about that though?
Yep.
You just hear in your head, ha-ha! Funny thought!
Funny joke, haha. Nim asked, what other things can I do with the ham?
What do you mean?
Nim will hand him her notes. After this, what's next? What is the next phase?
Well, this is supposed to teach you how to basically control an elemental. So, from there, I would just move you up to learning how to infuse some form of consciousness. And then you don't need to learn elementals, so it's right on to golem making. Some of the simplest golems to make are ones that are made out of neutral elements. And he just points to Quinn and John Ray, who I assume are still crawling around Yala.
Probably.
I mean, they're made of sand. That's an easy enough thing to do. You don't even have to do that. You can make one out of rock. You can make one out of water. Thermoregulation allows you to make one out of ice. You can make one out of fire. You can even make an electric golem. You just need the cores to be able to bind it.
You said I shouldn't make one out of water.
Make a sugar golem.
I mean, just because you shouldn't doesn't mean you can't. You can. I'm not saying it'd be useful. But then there's combinations of elements. I think I might have used this analogy before, but if you combine the properties of fire, ice, and water, you can create a steam golem. Or you can create a water golem that can shift between all the phases that water can go through.
I can make the avatar golem.
Making golems that obey different properties fundamentally based on the understanding of how elemental schools function allows you to open up opportunities. At that point, it's a mixing and matching of constructs. For example, there are a lot of different golems that can be made out of different elements from the earth. You can make one of stone, you can make one of sand, you can even make one of metal. But a golem made out of sand that isn't able to erode things will be very useless in a city or other kind of civilized development. One that's made out of metal won't be able to heal itself or draw from its environment in order to fuel its abilities. Like I said, it's a material science. What goes in directly proportions how effective it can be.
I think Zanzibar's forgotten pacifist.
Huh?
I think Zanzibar's forgotten Nim's a pacifist. I don't.
You've cast fireball on like most
Bugs.
of the things we've met here.
Okay, nothing that was human.
You used it on a bunch of cultists.
Nothing
Twice.
that was human.
They were human. Or they weren't people, is what you mean. Unless Nim's a serious racist and the only thing she refuses to attack is actually
Nim's-
humans. She's
Alright.
a self-defeating
Target.
racist. She doesn't even believe in not hurting changelings. It's just, man.
Yella's gonna get blown up
Nim-
by Nim now.
Nim's target
Nim
was
Rogan.
the thing. They were collateral damage. And also
That
Nim
is
didn't
not
kill-
how a pacifist thinks!
Look,
You can't
We
choose
had to.
violence!
Nim didn't want to choose violence. We were just told we had to.
But that's still not how a pacifist works! Pacifists aren't pacifists when it's convenient for them!
None of that situation was convenient.
Yeah, that's the point! Nim's not actually a pacifist! she will in fact use violence to defend herself when it suits her needs.
Yeah, but Nim's not often in danger, unless it's self-inflicted.
Yeah, so Nim always fashioned herself as a pacifist, and when push comes to shove, guess what? She's very violent. In fact, some people would say deciding to just burn the local wildlife would indicate that they're not a very peaceful person.
Wildlife shouldn't attack Nim.
Yeah, well,
Problem solved.
can't say that about a pacifist.
Eh.
Anyway,
Point being,
Nim chooses violence.
no, she doesn't.
Hey,
See,
you can
you
say
don't
that
even
as
have. You don't have to choose the violence. You can make golems that choose it for you.
Hey, violence chooses you.
You know, until you actually...
Designated violence.
Until Nim actively starts deciding to not attack her enemies, you could call her a pacifist, but that's not what she is. She can call herself a pacifist, but she's just a liar. Now,
There's a thing on this.
but anyway, yeah, that was pretty much the end of his spiel. As to
Nimnod.
what the next steps are.
Nimnod.
On a golem.
What's the Samson doing?
After everything I talked about, I think he's finally gotten his appetite back with all this magic nonsense talk.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
makes me hungrier than a bunch of magic-y words.
Magic-y words erase the anxiety of, oh yeah, she's fucking dying! I must say, I did love that. What?
Huh?
Huh?
It was such a genuine reaction.
It really was. It's like, oh, how's mom doing? She's okay, right? Oh, she's dying. Huh?
Yeah, no, my heart was like momentarily separated into more than one piece. And then Hyala got mad, because that's what Hyala does.
Well, that's what Hyala always does. But she never speaks out on it.
What the hell are doing?
Yeah, I mean, what's she gonna do? Tell Zanzibar to screw off? That's not gonna work.
Ah, the sweet smell of limits.
Yeah.
So, what's new with the Samson? As Zanzibar just pats you on the back.
Not much. Not much of a melee combatant. Well, which is obvious, but, you know. Push comes to shove, don't want to leave myself vulnerable.
Fair enough. When we have a moment, I'll make a note of it. I'll put you through the ringer, and maybe you'll pick up a thing or two. And Grant just gives him a quizzical look like, bro, are you serious?
You will kill this boy.
What? You could take a couple of rounds of sparring.
He already has a sparring buddy.
Yeah.
We found something to bond with. Don't take that away from us.
Oh no.
You kill her. I know restraint.
No, you don't.
You can
Says the
punch.
guy who was bleeding a second ago.
You can punch the atmosphere and shatter it. I've watched her do it. Yes, and I can make it happen less.
That would still kill
He's
him.
a boy! Don't yell at me! She just like starts holding her temples. Like, my god, he's going to kill this child. Yeah. You'll survive, right? You can take a punch.
Say no if you want to live.
Simpson literally just said he's going to try to stop doing dumb, reckless things.
Nim chimes in with, "You can't take y'all's sparring buddy away."
Does Nim oh, I'm sorry, Nim actually says that?
Yeah.
Huh? Didn't realize they were bonding over it. Well, that's good. She needs something to bond over.
Nim Kiala bonds over a lot of things.
She does?
Yeah, Kiala's great.
Kiala's like, man, they're talking about me like I'm not here, and I'm okay with it.
They should do this more.
Well, as long as she's not constantly thinking of a way to kill me, that's fine. I need
Can't guarantee that.
I need productive thoughts, not wastes of time.
Nim's been thinking about sugar for the last 6 days.
So, if I were to take you up on your offer, what do you think you could teach me?
Name a weapon! As he goes back and he gets yet another bowl of soup.
I don't know, I guess a short sword.
That's easy. Short and shield, short sword and dagger, short sword by itself, two-handing a short sword, half-swording a short sword, 1.5 handing, backblade maneuvers.
I mean, I was using it with a dagger.
Fair enough. You know, I've only had the better part of eternity to study martial combat. Besides, sometimes it's fun to just go at something with a weapon. Though typically anything I touch ends up breaking.
I mean, you know, I don't know why I'm surprised. We literally came here for the sword of Zanzibar.
Oh, yeah.
Figured you
Well, those items
must do something with them.
Yeah, they're fun to make. I just don't use them often. What's the point? I'm stronger than any of those items combined.
Yeah, well, everyone needs a hobby.
Gotta do something with the start of reality, don't you?
Yes.
Right.
So, anyway.
So tempted to ask, you got any staffs you're willing to part with?
So what about a whip?
Those are for losers.
Depends. Leather, chain, other.
A rose whip.
I only got a leather one.
Yeah, I know how to use those.
Rose whip.
Threaded cane. No, Zanzibar with a threaded cane. Oh.
And then I guess at this point, Simpson's just gonna keep asking him about a whole bunch of weapons.
And Zanzibar will just be confirming.
I say that just because it's getting a little late.
It's time o'clock.
Yeah.
It's time o'clock.
Day 5! Give it up for day 5, everybody!
Woo!
So, yeah. Goodbye, everybody!